I like to dive into the details on the process side of things, which is why I head up the process-oriented, roles within the organization as COO. And Dan is very good at the business development, the strategic partnerships, the finance of the business, and he leads, and drives the bus from a long-term strategy standpoint. So, oftentimes he's bouncing thoughts and ideas that he has and he would like to see, and then I get down to the nuts and the bolts of it with our entire team and make sure the goals are achieved and the execution is flawless.
He creates a process to streamline that strategy. So he's very good in that manner. If we come up with something or I come up with something, he takes it and runs with it and hammers out the details and the tasks oriented with that and delivers.
I do truly feel like they're family, like they're brothers.
I have a thing where, like, something I've heard on the phone with them is like Brennan will call Dan, or vice versa, and they'll be like, they just know by hearing them, they're like, you good?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they have this thing where they're like, is he is he too stressed?
I think they do a really good job of supporting one another. Partnerships don't always do this well, so I always give them credit for that.
And I think too, they like both understand each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
One thing is never judge a book by its cover. I think you really have to, whether it's a person or an organization or a trade partner or whatever it may be, you got to dive into the details, ask the right questions, make sure you examine the information, and then leverage that information to make an educated decision.
Back to the patience thing. I'm very, very high level of urgency, and when things are put out, I typically want them done right away, and I've realized over the past 10 years that there's process involved, which Brennan has taught me.
Patience. He will always be extremely urgent, and I always thank him for that, because I think he always is the driving level of urgency to continue to make our organization grow.
He's gotten more direct with his teammates, his clients, trade partners, business associates.
One of Dan's biggest pet peeves, I would say, is a lack of urgency. He is very thorough in his thought process, and if deadlines are set, deadlines need to be met.
Brennan's biggest pet peeve is when someone deviates from process. He's a very, very process-oriented guy, and if that process goes off that straight line and goes on a little bit of a zigzag, I know it drives me crazy. Right things the right way. A project well planned is a project half done.
Who's the better soccer player?
I'll give the nod to him.
Oh!
Brennan was great, though.